Welcome to the Tim Runs His Mouth podcast brought to you by American Greatness. I'm Tim Young. Look, check this out. There you go. If you're listening to this, you don't see that I've got the little chyrons on the screen now. You can follow me at Tim Runs His Mouth on all things. Look how big. I mean, this is it's a huge, huge chyron at the bottom. I mean, this is like an eighth of the screen is my name and then the handle. So a lot to talk about this week. A lot to get into. Before we get there, I want to thank our sponsor, as always, cigarsdirect.com, which you would think that by now I would have Cigars Direct pulled up permanently to show to you guys. But if you want to go to cigarsdirect.com, here we go. They've got, looks like the Room 101 Namakubi 2023 Perfectos, and they've got everything you can think of. If you like rare cigars, even if you're a novice, if you're an expert, it doesn't matter what you are. This is where I get my sticks from. This is where you should get your sticks from. Cigarsdirect.com, run by a really great team and a really great person. You should go get your cigars from them. Again, no better place. You need cutters. The holidays are coming up here. You might need a little humidor. They've got cool stuff. If you ever get to visit like their in-person store, it's really wild too. They're in the Tampa area. There's so much cool stuff that you can get from cigarsdirect.com. You would be a fool not to go over there and get your cigars from there for the holiday season. I'm telling you right now, cigarsdirect.com, there's always specials. I'm always getting emails from them of all of the new specials and all of the cool stuff that they have coming in. They're not even annoying about them. I'm actually pretty excited about the emails that I get from cigarsdirect.com. Just go there, cigarsdirect.com. I want to thank them. They're really great people and a great sponsor of the show. So where do I begin? Veterans Day was just a few days ago. If you're watching this, might be a little bit longer if then. And Joe Biden visited the tomb of the unknown soldier. He got lost. All right. I mean, that's where this goes. So I'm going to pull this up. I want you to see this because I don't understand how we get there. I'm trying to balance this out, by the way. I'm learning how my computer works. Learn with me, shall we? Here we go. So here's Joe Biden. He had just laid the wreath. And by the way, if you see the full video of the wreath, I should have pulled it up. It's very clear that the service member is carrying the wreath for Biden. He's got it he's holding it. He's walking back with it. He's got his hands on it. He's actually directing him. He's like pulling the elderly dementia patient along. So here he is now at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And you can see he has no idea what he's doing. He starts to walk away. And he's like, okay, this will be fine. Maybe he's got it together today. And stops, and he turns back, and then he mutters something to the guy. And then the soldier has to point him in the direction where to go. Because Biden has no clue where he's going. And then he finally goes back. By the way, no one else is commenting right now. I can't even imagine being a part of this team, being a part of the Democrat team, watching this happen. This guy has no effing clue where he is. Let's watch it again. I'm going to turn the volume down because we're going to put the volume on this one. Here he is. He starts to turn around. Oh, nope. No, he's going to walk back. Which way do I go? Where do I go? Where are the pudding cups? Where's the ice cream at? I need my ice cream. I've done a good job today. I walked here. Where's Jill? And he's being directed back now. Again, has any president in history had to be given directions at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier for, especially at Veterans Day? How truly embarrassing, and how weak are we as a country that's where we are? I don't know. Have you heard of my son Bo? He's around. Biden, by the way, avoided all of his Veterans Day. He avoided talking about his small kitchen fire on Veterans Day. He's avoided that story for a little while now. Anytime there's a tragedy in America, he brings up his small kitchen fire. It's very important for him to talk about. One time there was a minor fire in his kitchen in Delaware. And my God, it's like every tragedy known to man, he has brought this up at. So I'm shocked that he didn't bring it up on Veterans Day. There's been a fire once. It's sort of like when people lose their lives in Iraq. No. But that's the way this guy is. That's the way he's been functioning. That's his grandpa just goes off on a rant. And you'll see this, by the way, because he met with, let me see if I have this here. Here we go. He met with President Xi this week. And I want you to take a look at Where's he at? Where's it at? Where's it? Here we go. I want you to take a look when they zoom in on him. Oop, wrong clip. There we go. Hold on. I don't know why. I don't know why the audio is going crazy here. Here we go. Here we go. He's sitting at the table with President Xi, which, by the way, San Francisco cleaned up just for him. We'll get to that in a second. That was the clip that I was playing the audio for a second ago. My bad. I'm a disorganized person. If you've been following the podcast, you're aware of this. But I want you to watch this. They throw the media out as soon as Xi has finished his remarks. Here we go. I want you to take a look at Blinken next to him, by the way. Take a look at Blinken's reaction. I'm going to pull this back again. Blinken looks over. He's the one who signals that the press should get out of there. Yes, get him out of here. Biden is totally clueless again. And he's kind of sitting around, smirking, has no idea where he is. Who knows what they're saying to him in his earpiece. He's laughing at nothing. Nothing funny is being said there, by the way.
Thank you so much. Everyone's got to head out.
Blinken has a concerned look on his face. If you take a look at him, he looks genuinely concerned, like Biden's going to say something. This is what's going on over and over again. They are afraid that Biden is going to say something ridiculous, and so they're clearing out everybody. There's Janet Yellen next to him there. This looks like a bingo hall or an early bird special luncheon. Blinken clearly bothered that the press is there, and he wants to get him out of there. Biden's just thumbing through papers, has no idea what he's doing, taking his earpiece out, which means he's finished talking. There's not going to be any more talks with Xi Jinping or any of these Chinese people because he won't have his translation in his ear. He's done talking. Whatever's happening there, it's over for Biden. If it's nap time, if it's ice cream time, he's done. That's what pulling that earpiece out means. And he moves so slowly. He has no idea, literally no idea where he is. But again, Blinken is running the show. Biden is not running the show here. You can take a look at this video. He's looking around, laughing at nothing. Nothing is being said to him. Literally nothing is being said to him. He's just laughing at whatever because he's got dementia and I guess he's hearing things. But Biden has no idea what's happening here. Rubs his eyebrow, slowly takes his earpiece out because he knows, again, his job is done for the day. He did a little bit of reading. And they're going to shuffle him out, and it's nap time for him. But Blinken, I'm going to go back here again. Blinken looks absolutely horrified that somebody might be sticking around a little bit longer. They want that media out of there. Maybe Biden shit his pants, crapped his pants for those of you at home that don't like swearing. And they can smell it, and it's time to go. But something is happening here. Biden's not in control. He took no questions from the press, and they ushered them out as quickly as possible. And Blinken looks concerned. Every time you see Blinken and Biden together, by the way, Blinken looks like a deer in headlights, scared of anything that might come out of Biden's mouth. So again, just par for the course. Par for the course, again, for the Biden administration this week. Total, complete nonsense. But before that, you guys have to see this clip. San Francisco was cleaned up specifically for this event. Now, again, San Francisco, you are legally allowed to poop in the streets. They have legal places for druggies to shoot up. There are homeless encampments. The streets are terrible. You can, again, theft, I believe, is under $1,000 or is it under $500 that people can just take at any point from any store. So Walgreens are closing up, Walmart's, Targets, all those things. They're all leaving town. Magically, the streets got cleaned this week in San Francisco for the communist regime to show up in town. Magically, they were able to move all the homeless people out. They were able to get rid of everyone from all of the crime and pestilence and trash and drugs and people pooping in the street, all gone, magically gone in a second. They could have done this at any point, by the way. The government could have done this at any point in San Francisco, but they choose not to. And you have to ask yourself, why would they choose not to do that? And obviously it's because they value the Communist Party leader from China more than they do their own citizens who pay taxes, exorbitant taxes at that, and continue to live there, even though, again, carjackings, car robberies. I think there's record numbers of car robberies in San Francisco. The crime statistics are through the roof in San Francisco. San Francisco showed that they could clean their streets very, very quickly if they wanted to, but they choose not to. They allow their residents to live in complete hell, and they're not even denying it. And so this is a very, very interesting clip here that I'm going to show you. This is Gavin Newsom was questioned about this. And he was honest about it. Here we go.
I know folks say, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town.
Again, he knows exactly what the comments are. Ready?
That's true because it's true. But it's also true for months and months and months prior to APEC, we've been having different conversations.
Different conversations about what? Different conversations about what? This guy's allowed his cities in San Francisco, these major cities, to go to absolute garbage, absolute shit. They've done nothing to clean them. They're having different conversations about it, but they were able to clean the streets. They were able to get rid of the homeless population. They were able to straighten everything up and get it in order in under 24 hours. This was an overnight operation. They were able to move these people out very, very quickly. And he's like, yeah, no, that's true, but we've had different conversations. About what? That's what I don't understand. If you haven't had, again, it took a Chinese communist leader to come to town for them to clean. They have some of the highest tax rates in the country. They have some of the highest crime rates in the country. And it all went away, not the tax, the crime, everything, in 1 second. He doesn't care about the citizens. Oh, we've had different conversations. You had conversations, sure. But you could have cleaned this the entire time and chose not to. What a betrayal of the public. What should be a betrayal of the public trust. People were on local news, by the way, complaining about this. They were going on and on about this, why this hasn't been handled in the past. And I really just think, I mean, I think people are stupid. I think that's where we are. People are stupid. They're going to keep voting for this. They're going to keep putting these people in. They're going to put Gavin Newsom in. I don't even know who is the current mayor of San Francisco. Doesn't matter. Doing a crappy job, literally. They don't care about their citizens. They clearly don't. And people will continue to vote for this. Chinese Communist Party leader valued much higher than their normal citizens. They don't allow that kind of stuff over in major cities and capitals in China. But they do in America. They just let the cities go to hell. Crime soaring because the police aren't allowed to enforce laws. Drugs are pretty much legal in these places. I mean, they might be illegal if you're caught with a ton of them, but for the most part, they just let junkies go. And homeless people can just poop in the streets and live on the streets. Literally live on the streets, have homeless encampments all over the place, but they don't care about it unless a foreign leader comes to town. That is the current state of California. And again, I have to show this clip again. How much the state just hates its citizens. Imagine just saying this.
I know folks say, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true.
That's true. They're just literally cleaning up because a foreign country's leaders are coming to town. They do not care about their citizens. Democrats don't care. So why not? They have unlimited mail-in ballots forever in California. So he'll get in. Gavin Newsom will be governor until he dies if he chooses. Free and fair elections with unlimited mail-in ballots. Keep going, guys. California, you get what you vote for. You literally get what you vote for. Speaking of people that you get what you vote for, Nikki Haley was in the news this week because she doesn't think people should be anonymous when they post online. And yikes! I got to show you this. This is another incredible clip here. Nikki Haley, who by the way, I love the Fox News stories on Nikki Haley when they say, let me pull this off the screen really quickly. When they say that Nikki Haley is surging in the polls, she's up to like 6% from like 4%. They're like, she's up 50%. Yeah, that math checks. Yeah, she's up 50%. She's still down by like 40 points to Trump, 45 points to Trump, but they'll say like she's surging the polls. Actually, I got to show you this before we get into this clip. Let me see. Haley surges in polls. It's amazing to me. Here you go. Well, she's currently surging in New Hampshire. Oh, I got to show you that. Here we go. Let's go present share screen. Nikki Haley is surging in the polls here. I don't want you guys to miss out on this. She surges to second place. All right. Well, let's see how the story goes. New Hampshire 2024. Haley surges to second place while Trump maintains lead. Okay, this is Emerson College polling. A new Emerson College polling WHDH poll of New Hampshire voters finds former President Trump with 49% of voters supporting the Republican primary. Consistent with this support in August, unlike the August survey, a candidate reaches double digits. Unlike the August survey, a candidate reaches double digits this month. Nikki Haley, whose support increased 14 percentage points from 4% in August to 18% in November. So now she's up to 18%. Trump has had 49%. So I'm sorry, she's only down by 31%. Sorry, I got a little excited there for her. She's up to all the way up to 18%. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is at 9. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is at 7. Woof. Yikes. Vivek is at 5. Tim Scott's at 2. Nobody else cares about the other people. But wow, holy crap. DeSantis is at 7. But again, there's only about 100 people to poll in New Hampshire anyway. I don't know if you've ever been to New Hampshire. Not a lot of people there. But 18% for her. She's only down by 31%. So I think that's the closest any candidate has gotten to Trump in any state at this point. Usually Trump's up by about 40. But I think all of those votes, again, they're all just playing for second here. All of those votes, man, DeSantis at 7%. Yikes. So they'll say she's surging in the polls. I can't wait to see her surge in the polls, everyone. She's catching up, is that Nikki Haley. This won't help her, though. Here she is on Fox News the other day, talking about how people shouldn't be allowed to be anonymous online. This is some WEF stuff.
When I get into office, the first thing we have to do, social media accounts, social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms.
Okay. Good start. Good start. Social media companies need to show people their algorithms. Good start. We're there, right? We're right there. I'm with you. I think we should see the social media company's algorithm so I can figure out why my account isn't doing better on things. Yes. Great. I'm on that. But then she keeps talking.
Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing. The second thing is every person on social media should be verified by their name. That's, first of all, it's a national security threat. When you do that,
it's a national security threat that you're not verified by name on social media. It's a national security threat. Again, a lot of people pointed out here that the Federalist Papers, even Ben Franklin, when he wrote in the newspaper, used fake names. So according to Nikki Haley, the authors of the Federalist Papers, Hamilton, Madison, Ben Franklin, who when he wrote his articles in newspapers, would have been national security threats. Think about that. This is anti-First Amendment, but this is also from the George W. Bush School of Politics. This is your Patriot Act people still. Shame on us for falling for the Patriot Act at one point that expanded the observational powers of the government, but the government could spy on people. They used 9/11 to get, you're not a patriot if you don't vote for the Patriot Act. They used 9/11 to expand the powers of the federal government to be able to spy on people. Not like they weren't going to do it anyway, right? They just wanted some money for it. And that's exactly what this is. This is making sure that you can have a check and balance on people and their free speech and their criticism of the government. That's the only reason you would do that. I want you to hear this again. I'm going to pull it up again. Again, she starts good.
When I get into office, the first thing we have to do, social media accounts, social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms. Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing.
Not bad. Not bad there, Nimrata. But here we go.
The second thing is every person on social media should be verified by their name.
She doesn't want any kind of criticism. Man, let me tell you something. She might be the worst candidate ever. She might very well be the worst candidate ever. Like, I've seen some pretty bad presidential candidates in the past. I think she is pretty much the pits. Like, I don't think I've seen worse. That's a pretty good screen grab of her, that's about where her eyes should be.
That's, first of all, it's a national security threat. When you do that, all of a sudden people have to stand by what they say.
It's a national security threat. The government is threatened by words. Imagine that. It's a national security threat that people might criticize the government and you may not know who it is. Imagine that. That's what she believes. This is a Republican. This is 2023. The First Amendment has eroded to the point that a Republican, a conservative, someone who is supposed to stand for the Constitution, who is supposed to represent the Constitution, is against the First Amendment. And they want you to be held accountable for what you say. By who? The government, because you're a national security threat. That is what Nikki Haley wants.
And it gets rid of the Russian bots, the Iranian bots, and the Chinese bots.
You can get rid of Russian bots, Chinese bots, and Iranian bots by working with these social media companies to figure out where the bots are coming from. All right, and who's controlling them. I'm going to go back and play this again. Where's her little finger at?
Verified by their name. That's, first of all, it's a national security threat. When you do that, all of a sudden people have to stand by what they say, and it gets rid of the Russian bots, the Iranian bots, and the Chinese bots. And then you're going to get some civility when people know their name is next to what they say.
You're going to get some civility when people are scared to talk out because the government's going to come after them. That's really what it is. Yeah, people aren't going to say mean things about Nimrata if that's her name. If they have to stand by it, right? That's what the game is here. She doesn't like criticism, and she wants the government to jump in and stomp out the criticism.
Accountability.
And they know their pastor and their family members going to see it. It's going to help our kids, and it's going to help our country.
Was there a town hall with her on Fox? What a waste of time. Voters' voices. It should say above voters' voices, it should say silencing voters' voices. Again, this is anti-First Amendment, but it's the George W. Bush Patriot Act, weapons of mass destruction, attack on freedom. That's what she's doing there. You need to be accountable because you're a national security threat. Forget, they use this. Again, the weapons of mass destruction. Remember, you never found them. But now we've got to, because of bots from foreign countries and companies, because of bots from foreign countries, we need to make sure that we verify everyone so that we can hold them accountable for their words in America online. Because your words are now a national security threat, according to her. Think about that. She's a candidate for president under the Republican banner. By the way, I'd show you what Republicans are doing in Congress right now in the House GOP, but hold on. Actually, I have a clip of it. Oh, it's nothing. They're doing nothing. They're on break right now. Thanksgiving is next week, but they had to go on break early. They didn't pass a rule or something, and so nothing can get done. Hate it when that happens. Don't you just hate it when you got to take like a 2-week vacation? They worked real hard. They came in. They tried real hard. Mike Johnson's in there. They tried real hard, but it's break time. Got to go on Thanksgiving. Couldn't even name a post office before they left. Too much. We're asking too much. So if you're waiting, by the way, for they did censure Tlaib last week, but if you're waiting for the Biden impeachment, you're going to be waiting for a while. They might write another strongly worded letter or something. They can do that, but again, they're on break. Too much for us to ask for them to do anything. Again, they're working hard, drinking and going to meetings about meetings and doing stuff. They've basically done nothing and are as worthless as I say. Again, I just want 1 week for the House GOP to show that they aren't worthless. Just 1 week. They did censure Rashida Tlaib. Good. Did they do anything else? Nope. I'm just waiting. I just want them to do something. Just do something. Do anything. Do something. Too much to ask? It's too much to ask. Somebody who did do something was the Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin. By the way, when you elect someone named Markwayne, you get Markwayne things. And this is awesome, by the way. I am all about this. This is my favorite clip of the week. I love this so much. So he's in with Teamster boss Sean O'Brien, who looks like a thumb. Looks like a fat thumb. And Sean O'Brien has apparently gone off on Markwayne Mullin, challenged him to fights online, has just really tore him to shred. Really a bold keyboard warrior, this guy is. Markwayne, by the way, looks like he can unscrew people's heads with his bare hands. I don't want to take away from this clip, but maybe don't threaten a guy and then show up in person. My rule for social media, and I think it's a very simple rule, is don't say something online that you wouldn't say to someone's face. And I think that the human thumb, Sean O'Brien here, learns his lesson a bit. You just have to see this clip. It is amazing. And I think Markwayne Mullin might be my new favorite member of the United States Senate. Here we go. He starts by reading, I believe he's been tweeted at by the human thumb 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times. And it's all like harassing stuff. And he just starts rambling it off. I'm going to let him do the talking.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
Any place, anytime, cowboy. It gets good.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be 2 consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt.
Look, hold on. A couple of things. Number one, the guy behind him, the bald guy behind him, either plastered out of his mind or just loving life right now. But look at this human thumb. Now, if you see him, and hold on. There's Markwayne Mullin. Looks like he knows what a gym is. Here's Sean O'Brien. Looks like a human donut. Looks like somebody who can't even run. The guy behind him, by the way, is cracking me up. I mean, look, and I got no right to comment on somebody's physical appearance. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not doing the best, but I'm also not challenging Markwayne Mullin or somebody who works out all the time to a fight. So let's get right back into this.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your
All right.
solution? Every poll.
No, sit down. Sit down. Okay.
Markwayne Mullin would have brought about an end of the human thumb. I mean, the guy looks like just an inflatable. He looks like the Michelin Man. Look at him. He's never seen a box of donuts he's never liked. All right, here we go.
Sit down. Sit down. Okay.
And look, Bernie's stepping in. Bernie's saving this man's life, by the way. Bernie is totally saving this man's life.
Senator, sit
Actively.
Oh, okay.
No,
Sit
no.
down, please.
All right.
Can I respond? Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it.
Bernie's very excited.
No,
This is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
Bernie saves him here, but can we just point out again, who am I to comment on people's appearance, right? That might be the worst comb over. I don't know what Bernie's doing with the tuft of hair that he has there. But it's just like he just took a brush forward. I brushed my hair forward. There's a gap in the middle. It's fine.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't.
Look at the peacemaker Bernie there. There's no fighting here. It's the United States Senate.
This is a hearing.
This is a hearing. I just can't. I can't get enough. I just kind of wish. Look, Senator Mullin, Markwayne Mullin. Hopefully he'll see this clip. Probably. You got to learn. You got to go to WWE promo school. All right. You got to space it out more. Because for me, when I'm watching this, and this is a great clip. Don't get me wrong.
Quit the tough guy
Hold on,
act.
here we go.
Anytime, cowboy.
Number one, he reads it in a way. The reading, he can lift a weight. But the reading and the presentation here, I just want to go through this because Markwayne really had a window here to cut a hard promo, and he kind of just went soft on it. I think it could have gone more, and I understand like the escalating to a fight is a whole nother thing. But I want to play this.
Anytime, cowboy.
Hold on.
Anytime, cowboy.
No, I want to keep.
You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
Any place, anytime, cowboy. He should have been like any place, anytime, cowboy. You have to have. He didn't have the emphasis on cowboy because that's what it is. And let's be real here. This guy, this Teamster guy, the human thumb, The only thing he knows about cowboys is that they make barbecue.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place.
So hold on. Again, Markwayne Mullin, senator, great senator, Oklahoma, doing the best, doing the most, right? This is a time, this is a place. No. This is a time, and this is a place. You want to go? Let's go.
You want to run your mouth? We can be two consenting adults. We can.
Again, also, we can be two consenting adults. Sounds a little sexual. You want to cut that part out. We can be. This is a time. This is a place. You want to go. That's all he's got to say.
We can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
I like we can finish it here too. I do like that part. We can finish this right now. Again, you read the tweet, you go, and I'm going to take this. Great reading here. Great. This is, I would tune into every Senate hearing, by the way, if they all ended in a fight. And why not? Why not? That's this very 1800s, very 1700s. I mean, they would scream at each other. They used to get into it back in the day. I have no problems with this whatsoever, by the way. I don't think he's against decorum. Anytime, any place, cowboy. And then he literally should have just said, this is a time, this is a place. You want to finish this? You want to go? Here I am. I'm right here. But he kind of got a little spotty with it. Again, who am I to criticize? But this guy, the human thumb, really, and you got to see this guy again, because I mean, where's he at? Where's that guy there? The Michelin man. He has a lot. He should be thanking Bernie. Look, they could just exchange a few pleasantries here, these two. The human thumb could show Bernie what to do with his hair. Because again, Bernie, I comb it. It's over. Ah. The human thumb should be thanking Bernie that he saved his life. He really did. That guy, how long do you think he's got with Mullin? Markwayne Mullin. You elect a Markwayne, like I said, you elect a Markwayne, you get a Markwayne. I'm all about it. Fight. You want to call somebody out? Fight time. All credit to this guy. Senator Markwayne Mullin, Oklahoma, you done good. You done good electing this guy. You really did. And the human thumb should again thank Bernie Sanders and his front comb of his hair. That's how he combs his hair. Look, I got a spot, but I'm not doing this kind of thing. I just put a hat on it. Look, Bernie could wear a hat. Or he could just let it go like the human thumb. Again, not asking for a lot here. Just very common sense. Common sense policy on hair. Common sense policy on fighting. Which you should fight, by the way. Totally fight. All the time fight. Just let it go. Let it go. Don't stop it. Let him go. I'd be for that. Markwayne Mullin's taking his ring off, man. He's ready to go. He was going to make it fair. He wasn't even going to be let it up. He wasn't even going to have weight on that hand. He was just going to come at him just bare knuckle. I think that's fair. I think it's fair. So there you have it. Another great week on Tim Runs His Mouth here, presented by American Greatness and CigarsDirect.com. Go to CigarsDirect.com. Get your cigars. If you're just a novice, if you're an expert, they've got all of your favorite cigars. They've got every basic cigar that you might want if you're just kind of getting into it. You're trying to train yourself into stuff. But they've got the high end. They got limited edition stuff. And they have an anniversary cigar coming out that I just got to see a preview of the other day. You're going to want to get in on that at CigarsDirect.com, our sponsor for the show. I can't thank them enough. A great conservative business. But it's for everybody. I mean, again, conservative just means that they welcome everyone. It's not even leftist means that they're cutting off a large chunk of people. Conservative just means conservative owned means they'll welcome anybody. They enjoy capitalism. They like money from people. So if you enjoyed the show, go over to CigarsDirect.com. You can get your favorite cigars. You can get your humidors. You can get your cutters, and you can get it all in time for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. You guys can get this stuff in now and enjoy your Thanksgiving and have a great celebration with your family. I certainly am. My favorite place. My favorite people, Cigars Direct, and you guys. Thanks for watching the Tim Runs His Mouth podcast. Hold on, we can do this. Look at this. There's at Tim Runs His Mouth, and I'm Tim Young at Tim Runs His Mouth. Thanks for tuning in. Keep tuning into American Greatness. Check out my latest articles. You can see them on the website and all the other great content at AmericanGreatness.com. You guys, thanks for being here. Have a great. Is it Thanksgiving yet? And we're on the road. And then no, I got a great podcast next week. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love this interview that I have. 98-year-old World War II veteran. I believe we're gonna be able to get him. Hopefully he'll be healthy enough to sit down with him. We're gonna be talking about a lot of great things with him for next week's podcast on Tim Runs His Mouth. I'm excited to be there and excited to talk to him. Flying into DC to talk with this gentleman. He's a great friend and really have learned a lot from him. And I can't wait to put him on the record for you guys to hear his life stories that are absolutely incredible. So thanks for watching the the Tim Young podcast, brought to you by the Tim Runs His Mouth podcast. I can figure it out. It's only been a half hour here. Brought to you by American Greatness and CigarsDirect.com. Thank you guys so much. I will see you next time